The New England Patriots faithful were surprised and slightly disappointed that they didn't elect to draft a wide receiver in the 2020 NFL Draft, but 4 undrafted free agent signings since that day. I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Evan Lazar, and we're going to start with the most namely Miami wide receiver Jeff Thomas. He's absolutely freakishly athletic, but some off-the-field issues.
Yeah, he's just had a long history of some off-field issues, a couple of suspensions at Miami. We don't really need to get to exactly what it's all about, but it's not pretty in terms of his off-field concerns. And I think the other thing is that when you look at his production at Miami, it really didn't add up to the talent level. But a lot of people have kind of credited that to the fact that Miami offense has been kind of a dumpster fire over the last couple of years. The quarterback play hasn't been great. And what he has is tremendous speed and tremendous quickness. And I think it's really more the quickness that stood out to the Patriots than the long speed. He did run a 4.45, so he can move. But I think the biggest thing is that he's got that jitterbug type of quickness at the top of the route and at the line of scrimmage. You watch him release at the line of scrimmage, and he's very sudden in his movements, and he's got a lot of explosiveness and twitchiness to really shake defensive backs at that line of scrimmage and press coverage situations. And in off coverage situations, he's very crisp at the top of the route, and he's obviously got that speed to work with as well. So a little bit of a smaller slot for sure. 5'9", 180 pounds. We're talking about a guy that's in the third or fourth percentile for height and weight, a very small stature. But we look across the league, you see a couple of guys like that, obviously, that are starring. Tyreek Hill, Hollywood Brown in Baltimore. That's the kind of archetype that you're looking for with a guy like Jeff Thomas. I don't think that he'll ever reach that type of ceiling, but that's at least what they might be thinking of. But again, I think it's more about what he can do at the top of the route than what he can do taking off the top of the defense. The Patriots, obviously, you do very well with those guys that can create separation with good separation quickness, and I think Jeff Thomas is that type of guy.
Another interesting undrafted free agent signing is Jarrett Stidham's former slot receiver, Auburn wide receiver Will Hastings. Could this be an indication maybe that the Patriots are rolling with Stidham? Maybe they got his opinion here on Hastings. What do you know about him?
Well, the biggest thing about Hastings is the 3-cone time. At his pro day, they did get a pro day in early March before everything happened with the coronavirus. How about this time, Sarah? 6.55 seconds in the 3-cone. Would have been the fastest 3-cone at the Combine if it had been tested at Indy. He also ran a 4.51 in the 40, which is not bad. It's obviously not, we're not talking about Jeff Thomas speed here, but very good quickness. He's got a little bit more girth to him than Thomas does at 5'10", still 175 though, so still on the smaller side weight-wise, but he's a little bit taller, a little bit bigger of a slot option than some of the other guys that they brought in. But I think it's really that 3-cone time that stood out to them, and obviously the familiarity with Stidham.
And 2 more signings, Syracuse wide receiver Sean Riley and Mississippi State wide receiver Isaiah Zuber. So although Bill Belichick in his post-draft press conference said he likes the group that he had in New England, adding 4 more options at that position as undrafted free agency, I should say. For all of our draft coverage, head to our website at clnsmedia.com and also subscribe to our YouTube channel.